What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Don't Hurt Yourself podcast. It's your boy JR. Tough times we're going through right now. Really tough times. We got 2 pandemics going on as we speak. But before we get started, rest in peace to George Floyd. Rest in power, my brother. Nobody deserves what you got. Nobody deserves to be murdered in broad daylight while people are passing by, onlookers, including the cops that murdered you. All 4 of them need to go to jail for life, in my opinion. In prison for life. Another black man dead for no damn reason. Forgery in progress, and the man deserves a knee on his neck for that long period of time, calling for his mother, knowing damn well he's about to die in the hands of this white cop, knowing damn well what he was doing, and not giving a damn with a smirk on his face, with no care in the world. Not one of those cops cared about that black man. Nobody even cared. The only people who cared were the onlookers. Tell him, like, you can see he needs some water. You could tell, get off his neck. Get off of his neck. Stop. They just kept doing it anyways. Put all his weight on that man's neck, and now he's no longer with us. He was a father, somebody's brother, somebody's son. Nobody deserves to go out like that. It saddened me, because as a black man, what do you do? Why are we such a threat to society like this? For this long, it's sad, and enough is enough. We are tired of being sick and tired, and something has to be done now. As you can see, over the weekend, all hell broke loose. And you know what? You in life, you got to take the bitter with the sweet. You got to take the bitter with the sweet. Now, some people don't like the violence. Some people don't like the riots. Some people are looters, people stealing stuff. But you know what? Sometimes you got to fight fire with fire. Sometimes you got to raise a little hell to get a little heaven. And that's what's happening right now. Because now America has been put on notice. That, okay, you didn't listen to us before. We've been trying to tell you about all these murders of unarmed black men and women and children, okay, but you don't want to listen. Nobody wants to listen. So you know what? You hear us now. You hear us now. You hear us now loud and clear. But why does everyone have to come to this? Why does it have to come to this all the time? All the time. All the time. George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, Tamir Rice, Trayvon Martin, Oscar Grant, Eric Garner, Philando Castile, Sandra Bland, Walter Scott. The list goes on. And how many more of those we don't know about? Because what if there was no video? What if they had no cell phone video of this man getting murdered? Of him getting murdered in broad daylight? If George Floyd's murder was not on video, will we ever hear about this? Would it even be talked about? Would anybody know? How they have put the hush on this? Because nothing new happens under the sun. This has been going on for 400 years. Black people have been oppressed in this country since the beginning of time. And nobody cares. Nobody cares but us. And people get frustrated to the point where enough is enough. And this man's death was the breaking point. That was the breaking point. Because that was a lynching on camera. And now you set the world on fire. But you can't get mad about it. You can't get mad about it. The people who are against it, hey, so what? So what? Buildings can come back. But you know what cannot come back? Bodies. Bodies can't come back. The dead bodies of unarmed black men cannot come back. And it's a damn shame. You know, I cried this week. I cried this weekend. Because that could have been me. Could have been you. Could have been any one of us. That's a black man. A black woman. A child playing cops and robbers in the park. It could have been any of us. But putting yourself in that position, just thinking about it, damn, I can't even go to the grocery store without being looked at as a thug. Or I have to be doing something wrong. He has to be doing something wrong because he's a black man. He has to be up to something. He has to be a threat. It's a really sick world out here that we're still going through this shit in 2020. Every black man gets that talk when they're a kid on how to act around the police, what not to do, what to do. Yes, sir. No, sir. Keep your hands where they can see them. Do all that shit. And you can do all that and still be dead. And still be dead by the hands of the police. And I'm not against the police. My dad was a correctional officer for 25 years. So I know about the law. And my dad will always tell me, hey, it doesn't take much, son. It doesn't take much for you to end up in jail. One bad move, you end up in jail. But you know who doesn't end up in jail? The police. The police don't end up in jail. When they beat Rodney King on national TV, getting beat down with batons, do they go to jail? No. Because they have a code too. They don't tell on each other. They don't tell on each other. That cop stood there and watched it. And just sat there and just watched. And watched. And not one time did that cop say to the other cop, stop. Stop. Alright, that's enough. Then there's another angle of them beating him up before they put him on the ground. What kind of shit is that? No decency. No human decency. No care. Because, some people have that complex. Some cops have a complex. Once they put that badge on, now they're a badass. And they can do whatever the fuck they want to do. Look at Philando Castile. The man asked me, can I get your ID? I got it. Keep your hands where I can see him. Oh, all of a sudden, my life is threatened. Shoot him right in front of his kid and his wife. Come on. But a little white kid can go into a movie theater and shoot it up. A white kid can go into a church and shoot it up. Shoot up a school. Shoot up any damn thing. And does he die? Is there bullets in his head? Is there any bullet near him? Or even guns even out? Nope. They're handcuffed, put in the car. All is good. Does that make any damn sense? Not at all. But when it's us, bullets everywhere, shots fired, he's the threat, get him, take him out immediately. Where's that same energy? Where's that same energy for the white kid that does these mass shootings? Where's that energy? Why? It has to be only one thing. One thing. The white person not a threat, huh? The little white boy's not a threat after he just killed 15 people? But a black man walk across the street wrong. My life's in danger. Get your hands up where I can see him. And get down on the ground and shut the fuck up. And if you say one more goddamn word, I'm going to blow your fucking head off. Because you're resisting arrest. It's always resisting arrest. Because anytime you ask a cop, why are you doing this? You're automatically resisting. That's their go-to. Automatically. But it ain't the same. Because they have the complexion for the protection. But hey, it is what it is, I guess, huh? It is what it is. Well, if that's the case, what happened this weekend is what it is. It is what it is. Because that's how it comes across our way. That's how it comes across. Now, I'm not saying I'm all for violence. Do what you gotta do. Because some stuff yesterday and the day before that was uncalled for. Stealing people's shit and doing all that type of stuff. You know what? That's just going too much. Way too much. But you had people there that were not there for the protest. You had some people who were just there just to be there and act a fool. The people who were there protesting peacefully were not doing that. You had people coming in there purposely doing that and making it look like it was all black people, and it was not. There were people handing black folks bricks on purpose to get them caught. But the news will try to flip it because it's, our protest. And it's not a protest against white people. It's a protest against racism as a whole. When somebody says Black Lives Matter, we're not saying your lives don't matter. So when the all lives matter people come in and say all lives matter, we know that. We know that. We're trying to say our lives matter as well, but you guys don't give a damn. We're here too. We built this motherfucker, remember? Oh yeah. No, yeah, my ass. So I want what I want back and more. So we're done. We're through with it. Now the key is how we going to flip this and make this world better. How do we get better? How do we get laws changed and different tactics for police to do and get this shit right for this shit to never happen again? When? When is that going to happen? Because are these people going to go to jail? We'll see. They charged him third-degree murder. And once they gave him third-degree murder, they charged the man. I knew right then and there the fix was in. That's just me. Maybe it's a conspiracy theorist in me. And I'm not even that big conspiracy theorist. But we've seen this all before. We know how this shit goes. They get arrested, but do they ever go to jail? Will we get justice? Because history shows us we never do. We never get the justice that we want. There was some positive things, a lot of positive things this past week. Even though we keep getting shown all the negative during these nationwide protests we've seen from LA to New York, from New York to Seattle, New York to Salt Lake City to Atlanta, Texas. You saw brothers and sisters from all different races come together. Black and brown, white, Middle Eastern, didn't matter, for one cause, and that was for what is right. That's all this is about. We want fairness. We want fair. That's all we want. And everybody was on a lot of people were on the side of right. Thousands and thousands of people, hundreds of thousands, were on the side of right. White people holding up Black Lives Matters. Black Lives Matter. Brown people holding it up in unison. One cause. That's what makes this world better. When we come together as one. Peacefully, of course. But as I said earlier, sometimes peaceful ain't always the greatest thing. Because we've seen in the past, that didn't help us either. That didn't help us either. But to see all of us, all the melting pot of America that we are, come together as one for the cause of right was a beautiful scene to see. But like I said not that long ago, we've seen a peaceful protest not help Martin Luther King. Because I keep seeing on my Instagram, Twitter, my Facebook, people posting, well, Martin Luther King protested peacefully. And that's what we need. Peaceful, peaceful, peaceful. And it's mostly people that are not black posting this as if to say black people are very violent and y'all need to go back to Martin Luther King. Well, Martin Luther King was assassinated for being peaceful. Forget that. Very peaceful. He didn't get rewarded for it. He got rewarded by getting shot and killed for trying to bring this world together. So don't forget that. Sometimes, for black folks, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. You have the Malcolm X philosophy of by any means necessary, and you have the Martin philosophy of nonviolence. And both of those philosophies got them killed. So what do you want us to do? What do you want us to do? Just comply to y'all's rules, no matter what. No. Not no more. Not no more. Moving on to my black brothers and sisters, we gotta stay strong. We gotta stay strong. I hate that it takes a killing like this again of another unarmed black man to bring us together like this, to be on one accord. We should always be on one accord because we're stronger in numbers rather than apart. We have to come together all the time, and not when a tragedy strikes. But I hope this brings us stronger and makes us wiser, educate our children, educate the world about our struggles, but also for us, come together, be stronger, love one another, hold one another, say I love you to one another. To my black brothers, we got to come together. We have to come together for one another, not apart, not against. Us fighting right now against each other, whatever you got going on with a friend, an enemy, or whatever. When we see each other, we look at each other, say what's up, hey, dap up, show somebody some love, because this is the time to not separate. It's time to be together. Because right now, as you can see, we are all the prey. We are not the predator. We have been the prey. And we have been tired of getting preyed on. So let's protect one another, love one another at this time. And I hope it just moves us forward, that this shit does not happen again. Hopefully these laws change. God willing, November 4th, take all this anger out and go vote. Go vote. You want to go take your anger out, go vote November 4th and get this man out of here. Get this man out of here. He don't care. He do not care. And I ain't going to say his name because I don't have to. He ain't my president. That's yours. He does not care. He doesn't understand what's going on. Because he's not a leader. He's not a leader. We don't have one yet. You may not agree with Biden. You may not. But I'll tell you one thing. I have a good feeling that not on his watch. We got a little bit more leadership on his watch. You may not agree with his policies. You may not agree with a lot of things. But I know he give a fuck. And I know he give a damn over this man we got in office right now. November 4th, go vote. It's out there. Come on. Time to come together. It's time to... it's just time. Shit is getting ridiculous. It's time to unite and become one. Love for your fellow man. And that's what Black Lives Matter is. Love for us. Love us like you love everybody else. Love us. That's all. Because it's funny how you have people who talk a lot of shit on the internet will say, oh, shut up and don't want to see these protests, and just, those people be the same people watching us on Sunday. They be watching their favorite football team. When we're on the field, they don't complain. When we score a touchdown, they don't complain. We make a game-winning shot, they don't complain. When we're running real fast, they don't complain. When they bet on us, they don't complain at all. Catch my drift? See, they don't want to see black folks complain. They just want to see us entertained. That's it. That's all. There are some people who are like that. I'm not saying all white people, but the racist ones most likely do feel that way. They don't want to hear us say anything. They just want to stay packed and stay in line with the status quo and don't do nothing else. Nah. They ain't going like that no more. We don't take that shit no more, as you can see over this weekend. I hope we get some positivity this week. All the negatives on the news is very, very hard to watch. All the shit with the news, they just push it and push it and push it and push it because it sells. And they just love this shit. They eating the shit up. They try to find as much bad footage as they can find of the protests. They love the rioting because they just keep the news on all day long to scare the shit out of you. And that's what they do. That's all it is, all these scare tactics. When all we want is justice. That's all we want at the end of the day. But they have ratings and they have things they have to do. And they don't give a damn. They really do not. There's a lot more good in this world than it is bad. But they love to shove the bad down our throat. And I really do hate that shit. So do whatever you can to go put something on. Get away from the news. Put on a favorite movie. Go for a walk. Go for a jog or run. I should be talking to myself. I need to go for a jog and a run my damn self. My big ass. But you catch my drift. Go do something positive. Go do something positive and stop. Get your mind off the news. Get your mind off of social media. Because that shit on the timeline, it just drives you fucking nuts. I'm giving my opinion. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody's angry. Everybody's upset. And that shit can just stay inside of you. And it just stays there and stays there and stays there. And then it just enrages you. And you get mad all over again. And then you want to fight somebody. And then your ass ends up in jail because you got mad about something that was right because of something bad that happened, and you want justice. But so don't do nothing crazy out there, folks. Stay to yourselves. But do something positive for you. Keep your mind right. Don't let this get your mind so jacked up where you get your own self in trouble. But I do want to talk about something positive. Like I was just on yesterday, we had Kurt Franklin versus Fred Hammond. If you listen to gospel music, it was awesome. Two heavyweights, two big time legends going head to head. But it really wasn't like a head to head versus. It was a celebration. It was a healing. It was 2 hours that we needed. It was 2 hours that I definitely needed. Something positive. Just the songs like Kurt Franklin and Fred Hammond just takes you back to them good church days with your grandma and your whole family. It just takes you back to the good old days. And it was just a good feeling just to sit back and just for 2 hours just listen to Jesus' holy name. And people just giving praise to him and praise to God. Because God, we need you right now. We most definitely need you right now. Most definitely need you. But I know right now he's right there with us. And he trust me, he's working on our behalf more than you think. The Lord's always there. Even though you don't see him, he's always working. He's always working. So I want to say God bless you guys. May you guys stay safe. Thank you guys for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, and subscribe. This is the Don't Hurt Yourself podcast. I'm your boy JR. If you want to hit me up, you hit me on my Facebook. You can hit me on my IG, Smitty486. And I'll put all my other contact information down below. So everybody stay safe out there. We'll get through this. This too shall pass. And justice we will get. Trust me and mark my words on that. Y'all stay blessed. I'm out.